and Galaxy returns today to Walking the Candy Aisle with his new Duet bar. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I am Jeff, and today I have a review for you of Galaxy's Duet toffee and popcorn variety. That's right, I reviewed a couple of the Galaxy bars. This is a new SKU of Galaxy. It's the Duet. So Galaxy is a Mars product, of course, and in the UK they compete against Cadbury with the Dairy Milk line, and I think they do pretty well for themselves. We don't have them here in Canada, but I picked this up when I was over there this summer, and pretty interested to try it. So this is kind of a new thing for Galaxy. They launched the Duet bars in summer of 2015. And as far as I can tell, I'm not 100%, so don't hold me to this, but I think that there's three SKUs of the bar. There's toffee and popcorn, cookies and cream, and caramel and shortcake. And the idea here is that this is a two-finger bar, as you can see, and each finger has a different product in it. So I guess Mars tried mixing them together, more like you'd find in, I don't know, like a Kit Kat Chunky maybe or something, but then instead they also tried this separating them but keeping them in the same package. And I guess this is where they landed. And would this be, I guess, sort of a impulse, sort of playful competition to the various SKUs of Dairy Milks that are out there, or especially the Dairy Milk, what are they called? Celebration Creations? I reviewed I reviewed three of them. I think they're the Dairy Milk Creations line. That's what it's called. Anyway, that's like the crazy Dairy Milk with Pop Rocks in it and stuff. Anyhow, I'm excited to try this because it's something new. I have never had it before. I like Galaxy bars. I think they're pretty good. And it's got toffee on one side and popcorn in the other, which is a popcorn chocolate bar. That's pretty crazy. And it's still kind of segmented, right? So I guess you could theoretically share this. But here's the thing, though. Do I eat it do I just chomp both of them? Or I think I got to eat one at a time in a way, right? Let's try this first. Oh, look at that. There you go. You get a pretty clear view right there of what's happening here. Obviously, you've got your caramel and you've got your popcorn bits. Next thing, well, it sure looks like the package. I mean, well, reversed, but cool. Well, let's give it a shot. Oh, it's not caramel. It's toffee. Sorry, guys. It's richer. Still like a pretty liquid toffee, right? It's not like a hard toffee or anything. Well, that's nice. That's really nice. Well, I like that a lot. Let's try the popcorn. Okay. All right. Well, it's like mostly chocolate with a tiny bit of texturing, but not much. Popcorn, I don't know. It's I like popcorn, don't get me wrong, but unless it's fresh and has just the right kinds of toppings on it, I find it a bit odd. Like, putting it in things, I think, is a little weird. You know what I just had for the first time this week? When I was at work, someone brought in a popcorn cake that they'd made. I'd never even seen a popcorn cake before. I mean, I guess they must exist. You see all sorts of crazy things on the internet. But it was like popcorn and marshmallows and M&Ms. And like popcorn, melted marshmallows, M&Ms, and then I think there was caramel bits in it as well or something. Almost like Rice Krispie squares, like a Rice Krispie treat, but just with popcorn instead of Krispies. And it looked amazing, but it tasted kind of like this popcorn tastes like a little limp and sort of soggy almost. And I feel like in a same sort of way, like this popcorn just kind of it's not really doing it for me. Let me try them both together. I mean, I guess you can eat it however you want, but they're sort of separated so that you can eat one or the other or both. You just go like this and make one wide bar. Well, okay. Very chocolatey. Chocolate's really good. The toffee is excellent. Really, really good toffee. I gotta say, I'm a big, big fan of that, but popcorn doesn't do much for me. I gotta say, though, it doesn't really bother me. There's nothing wrong with it. It adds a little bit of texture. I know I'd sort of told that story about the sort of weak popcorn from that cake, but this is not exactly that. This is just popcorn that doesn't have much taste. It just mainly tastes like toffee and it's just super chocolatey, like really chocolatey in a good way. I guess it doesn't quite live up to what it's sort of. I don't know. The popcorn doesn't quite pop, if you will. Nothing about the popcorn stands out, and since that's sort of one of the selling points of this bar, I guess it's not quite living up to what it could be, but it tastes really good. The chocolate's great, and the toffee is fantastic. If this was one whole bar with just the chocolate and toffee, I would definitely go for it. As it is, though, I still recommend this for sure. It's not as good as it could be. Definitely interested to try some of these other SKUs of Duet, though. Two great things coming together, and it's an interesting idea. It's like the what were those? The Kit Kat 3s that were the Australian Kit Kats, where they had the different versions of like flavoring, the way they did the flavoring together. Don't worry, I'll link to that one. Anyway, Walking to Canada, I was going to rate the Galaxy Duet Toffee and Popcorn. I'm going to rate it a 4 out of 5. It's kind of a low 4. It would be a high 4, probably not a 5. It would be a high 4 if it could have pulled off the popcorn. But as it is, it's still a good bar and definitely something worth trying if you have access to it. Anyway, that's my take on it. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this the kind of thing that you want to see from your chocolate bars? Do you like them doing the sort of playful two different kinds of candy mixed in? I don't know. I think it's an interesting idea. It still feels a little like experimental. I like that it's not quite as out there as the Dairy Milk Creations bars, because those are just like bananas. But I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's sort of moot in a way because I can't normally get this where I live. So, whatever. It's interesting though. I hope to get my hands on the other SKUs of this, certainly. All right, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I will talk to you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.